Hi guys, it's Melissa from Campers in Common, and today we are on a mission to take care of Tentzillza. When we packed it up on the beach, that first time we set it up, we were tired and in a hurry, and I'm sorry to say this is how we packed it. We put it in a wagon, stuffed in the edges. Didn't even do a very good job of that.
Unload her brand new heavy tent by herself. All right, Dad, explain the tent.
Okay, I opened the box. That's all I know at this point. It's a 12-person tent, 3 rooms, got a big screen in front porch on it. Holy moly, Batman, Jacob, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Run, Jacob, run! It's not a tent, that's a mini house.
No.
That's not a tent, that's a mini house.
Cool, I'm never leaving the lake. Get my head up, I don't care if it does flood up in here.
You can swim, right?
I have me a water bed.
Oh, God.
Okay. This thing is a mondo big, folks.
Are we gonna be...
No, it's not.
So here's my question.
There's a heavy part. Right there.
That looks fun.
Doesn't it?
Bring my,
At least it's
It's
all
like-
color coded.
Legos.
my walker.
Look, all I'm saying is size don't matter, okay?
Obviously it does.
Well, let's help Mom get her tent set up, then we'll set up the others.
Yeah, I'm just marking territory.
I think my tent more impressive than yours, Jacob.
Cody, I don't need to hear about you pitching tents, okay?
Hey, you're the one with the dirty mind. I was actually talking about my teepee.
I know, I've seen your tent. That looks like a pain to set up too.
No? Think we need to get the stakes, Ma.
I think we need to figure out which way is the front.
I think this is the front right here.
Okay. So we want the
Go
front
door.
that way?
Yeah. We're gonna go with the wind.
Right.
Unless there's a back door, but this has that little foot thing.
No, there's no back door. Hi guys, it's Mel from Campers in Common, and I'm editing this video for the 12-person family tent from Ozark Trail. And I decided to take a break, take a walk, and give you a little heads up that, you know, I have my reasons for not liking this tent. And I no longer own it. I'm going to tell you that right off. It was probably my least favorite tent that I've ever owned. Now, with that said, please know that if this tent is something that, you know, you might like, then don't let me discourage you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you the good and the bad, why I liked it and why I didn't. And kind of let you make up your own mind. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Because when I first started shopping for it, it seemed perfect. Now, not so much. Okay, let's get to the video, and somewhere, probably towards the end, I'll get back with you and I will go over my reasons for returning it, for not enjoying it, and what we decided to do next. So, enjoy the video. Sorry if it's a little harsh, but it's honest. So, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Let's get started. Charlie, tell about what we're doing.
We're sitting here on the lake, waiting for a little old shower to blow over.
Okay, so this section I'm going to show you, we actually had plans to put our cots in the same area, and we have these Cabela's extra large cots. That just wasn't going to happen, and they were too long to put it across. Even if we put one of them into the closet wasn't really wide enough for the cot itself. So this is how we had to set up. So I've been throwing everything over on this side. This is how we had to set up our rooms this time, just to keep everybody from bumping elbows. And if you're wondering, these are picnic blankets. So one side of it's waterproof. Got a little padding to it, so they're perfect to put underneath the cots so that the legs don't wear through the tent bottom. Plus, if it rains and it does get the tent bottom wet, these are going to keep your feet dry. Pretty cool little deals. These are pretty handy. These net pockets. Thing about the windows is they come unzip a little bit when it's windy, because it's been really windy here. We lost 2 canopies this weekend. But it doesn't really let in a lot of air. They let in light, but not air. So it's been kind of hot in here. Also, one thing when you guys are setting this up, if you get this tent, up here on the connectors, there is a hook with a little hole. And I didn't see this in any of the reviews, but let me tell you, hook those in before you put the tent up, because oh my gosh, that's a pain. And then it also has these little things here. It comes with light that goes into a battery box, and the battery box hides right there, which we didn't hook them up because we have our solar lanterns that they work pretty good. But you can see here, it does blow apart once in a while. And this one was really a bad thing to blow apart, because this little hook is for your shower. And if you don't have this hook connected to that, you can't hang anything on there. Not that I would hang a shower bag itself, but the little USB shower head goes great there, and then the bucket can go on the floor and it can pump out the water and, you know, do what you need it to do. It does have a mesh on the floor. You can see all of our sand that blew in, because I keep leaving the front door open. And then here in the bathroom is this little window, which is just about height, so nobody can really see if you leave it open and they're looking from the outside in. So that was kind of nice. Also, something to mention are these little bags. They're on there and they're attached so that you can put these corner pieces and tuck them in there. So I don't know if they don't get broken or they don't, you know, tear the mesh. I don't know what they're there for exactly. But if you don't have the green top on, tie them down somehow, because they catch the wind and they flop and they make noise, and it's very annoying. It was for me anyway. Love the windows, but if you have these doors unzipped, they don't stay tucked in. It just catches them and blows, and there's no tie backs for them. There's tie backs for the windows and the door here and this door here, but there is no tie backs on those two front doors, and you can see how the wind catches them and they're just flapping. Not the best in my opinion. I'm gonna have to go and get some and sew them if I decide to keep this tent, because that's just a little crazy. And you can see all the dirt that's come in, and the gecko I haven't found. I have a little gecko friend somewhere that we haven't found yet that I know came in the tent. They tried to catch him. Okay, I'll do a walk around to the outside in just a minute. I did want to tell you something about these closets. This bar doesn't hold that much weight. So if you want to unpack your suitcase and hang all your clothes on that bar, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just a pretty good place for the chair, so that Charlie had a place to sit down. And then it has these little shelf hooks here that it hooks to. Again, not going to hold all that much weight, because if you put too much weight on it, you can't get the shower bathroom door to close. Let's see what else. It was not fun to put up. I would definitely put it up in the yard before you go camping somewhere, because it was a huge learning curve to get all these bars and color coding and figure out this hook thing. We had to take it down to get all the hooks in, and then a couple of them came out. But as far as the wind has been gusting, I'm going to say probably 50 miles an hour, maybe more. And I don't have it staked down. Sorry for the noise, it's going to give you wind noise now. I don't really have it staked down except at the corners, but there are spaces for guidelines, but it doesn't come with them. And then the only hooks on to these little things here, which but you can see the backs. This is just, I don't know what they were thinking, not putting anything on there. And then I already took the stakes out of the closet, but the closet comes down, and you stick it, and two of the poles fit into that one. And then this just kind of folds over, and it hooks onto the bar. Just like so. So we've got our wagon rigged up here. I just folded the tent bag and started throwing stuff into it. So, because it's pretty heavy. I mean, it's more than pretty heavy. I can't lift it. And if I don't have it in something with wheels, there's no moving it. So just so you know that, it's not a one-person tent. And these vents are pretty good. They do let in a little bit of air, but again, they let in a little bit of dirt as well. And then the edge of it flies up a little bit, so it flaps if it's blown really, really hard. But again, these guidelines, if I had gotten some rope and, done that whole thing, it probably would have been alright. Oh, and the other thing I will tell you, I'll go back in here. I do like the porch area, but I don't like the fact that all the zippers come to the center point at the bottom. That was kind of difficult to get in sometimes. Okay. So, something I will tell you before you start is to stake down every corner. Make sure they're not too tight, but make sure they're straight, because you can see here, we didn't get this room straight, and it's been bugging me. It does have a little thing here for the electrical outlet, but it doesn't Velcro like some of the others. It just has a hole. So I had a wasp get in this little hole. I have to figure out some way to put a flap over it or put a piece of Velcro, something like that. If I have any other thoughts, I will put them in the video at post. But all in all, we kind of like it. I mean, it's a triple wide tent. It's something different than we had ever seen. Definitely something different than we've ever owned. Not too bad, really. Not too bad at all. I give it a 4. Maybe a 3.75, but it's up there. Looky, I found him. He's a pretty big little lizard. Hi guys, it's Melissa from Campers in Common, and today we are on a mission to take care of Tentzillza. When we packed it up on the beach, that first time we set it up, we were tired and in a hurry, and I'm sorry to say this is how we packed it. We put it in a wagon, stuffed in the edges. Didn't even do a very good job of that. We loaded it into the back of Bob and we came home. So this has to be put together before Charlie's gonna cook me steaks tonight. And they're just laying there watching me, telling me to hurry up. So here we go. Tentzillza. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay, so full disclosure, normally the tent comes with these puny little stakes. Normally I use these. I put them in the ground with this, and I pull them with this. But today, that ain't gonna happen. Got me a socket and a different type of stake that will screw in the ground with the drill. So we're gonna try to make this a little easier. Yeah, the other one goes in. It works good. As long as the drill is charged. Which I think I might have another battery for. Found the battery. Now keep your fingers crossed that it's charged. Or it may get plugged in, because that was so much easier than hammering and messing with the, yeah, it was just easier. We're gonna go with that. Wish me luck. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I ordered 2 sets of these. They came in a set of 12, I believe. I'll put the link in the description because these not only are glow in the dark, They have a 9/16 head on them for the drill, and they were only $36, I believe, for the set compared to the $200 and $300 that I found for the other set. So save some money. So in fact, not a 9/16, but a 13 millimeter. Keep that in mind. More, and then we can start on that mess. So we're making some progress. I got the base of the tent staked down, and just a minimum amount of stakes. So I have two there, and two here. Now the closets, I'll probably stake down a little different way, if I stake them down at all. I didn't stake them down the last time and they worked fine. Just put stuff in them. And even with the wind blowing, it's not doing too bad. Probably could have put those a little farther apart. I may have to make that adjustment, but that is one thing I will tell you about this tent. Even if you have to adjust your stakes at some point, definitely stake it down first. And what I'd kind of like to do, if we decide to keep this tent, is I'm going to take these rings that are on here. Let me get one that doesn't have anything on it. I'm going to put some sort of elastic on there, and that way I can put my stake out here and stretch it kind of like a guy line. Maybe a rope or something, I don't know. But I'm going to figure that out because it may be more stable like that, but I'm not sure that I'm a super fan. So next step, move all these other stakes out of the way. We have poles that are kind of joined together, and they are color coded. As you can see, I don't know how long that color coding is going to last. Let's see how this works out. Okay, and they have these little holes and these clips. I'm going to show you. Just like that. And also, I want you to, if you're putting this together, be mindful of these little clips. They fit into those fittings at the bottom. I'll show you in a minute, but it really does make a mess if you don't get those clipped in correctly. So we've got this crossbar in for the roof. And as you see, there is a place for this hook to go right there. This hook falls in place there. So in the middle of all this other, you're going to have these solid poles that don't have any color on them, and they are the legs. They have the hooks for the rain fly, but they don't have any colors, and then your pins go here on the bottom. Okay, well, you can see I got all the poles put together, which is the job in itself. It's not the easiest tent in the world, especially not with the, you know, wind helping me out here, because it's pretty windy. Okay, well, actually, before we put it together, I'm going to show you this. So this is our Ozark Trail wagon, and when I didn't want to put it up correctly because it's very, very heavy, I just laced the bag over the wagon and I dropped everything in. See, here's the instructions that it comes with, which is kind of handy because, I mean, it's sewn inside the bag. And it tells you, instructions-wise, how to put everything together. But let me tell you guys, if that color coding tape comes off of those bars, there is no putting this thing together, except by chance. There's your parts list. I wonder if you could buy replacement parts if that one is broken. Oh, and these are the top bars to the closet. So that goes there, but that's only one closet. I wonder where the other one is. Maybe at the bottom? See guys how new this thing is? It still has the tags. Like, I mean, I just opened it. It still has the tags. come out again? It's not a fan.
No.
I mean, the concept of it is cool, but I don't like it. This one held up pretty good, but I don't like to set it up. Hi guys, so I wanted you to see what Tentzillza looks like with a bed setup. It's just an air mattress. It is a queen size air mattress, I believe. And it advertises for queen size mattresses. But you barely have room on either side to walk. So it's kind of a jungle gym trying to get in the bed. But just so you can see the comparison, this is the 12-person Ozark Trail cabin tent. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it in the description. Okay, so you've seen the video. Now I'm going to put up a listing from the internet that I saw that I believed was going to be a good fit for us. And my idea when we bought the tent was that Charlie and I would put our cots up in one side, have the divider. There'd be a space in between for chairs, a little table or something. There would be the bathroom shower area, so if somebody went swimming, they could rinse off because we do have a portable shower. And the other room would house a queen size mattress and airbed that we have for our friends from Pennsylvania to stay in. And then the front screen room, it was our plan to have as kind of a kitchen, pantry area, you know, where kind of the hub, everybody comes in and does the thing. I had put my keys in one of the mesh pockets and my sunglasses, and so they had been locked up for the 2 weeks between the first time we set it up and the second time we set it up. So I was able to get those out. We set up a different kind of bed so you could see just how much space you have on each side with a queen mattress. Fixed it up. We stayed in it that night. We folded it back up, which when we took the time to do that, instead of shoving it into the wagon, it did fold up, it did go back into the bag. So that's how I returned it to Walmart, was in the bag. But I did have to return it in the wagon because I could not lift it. I couldn't carry it. I couldn't even move it. I couldn't slide the bag across the ground. So I did. I broke the #1 rule in tent camping. I didn't put it together at home before we went camping. So again, a lot of the things that I was unhappy with could have been addressed, maybe even avoided, but I didn't. We purchased it, ordered it, barely got it in time to go to our camping trip,